JJ Jinx!
Truck Stop Knives!
So in my search for an alternative to BudK, I picked up some mystery knives from some companies I had never heard of before until I started looking. These two I got from EDC American Gear for $15 a piece. No idea what they are. This one I got from Midtech Knives. $40 gets you either an assisted open stiletto or an OTF. Let's start with this one. It sounds like the most fun. So, it came in this plastic case with a bunch of tabs that you lift, and then strangely it's got a black rectangle on the front with a little hole. I guess that's for, I don't know, labeling? Put your company logo on it? I don't know. So anyway, here's what I got. It's in a nice nylon sheath with one of those buckle clasp things. The inside of the package is foamy, so that's nice. And what we get is a knockoff Combat Troodon, which is made by MTech. This looks a lot like a Combat Troodon. The only thing it's really missing is the MTech logo and the Troodon symbol and other information on the clip. So I guess there's not a whole lot I'm gonna say about this knife because you can just look up any Combat Troodon review and get all your information from there. But what I will say is that for a knockoff, it's actually pretty good. I've handled one of these which was so cheap, the whole thing was made out of aluminum, it was super light and hard to open and close. But this one's actually made of steel. It's heavy, the slide is very easy, and it's actually, for $40, yeah, it's nice. Not a huge fan of the blade. It's got serrations and that kind of dumb black and white look to it, and it's a Tanto, and if I were to choose my knockoff Combat Troodon, I would have gone with a different blade shape, I think. MTech charges, what, like $400 something for these? Brand new. So for about 1/10 of the cost, you can get the, I was going to say off-brand, the no-brand. It's not a counterfeit because if it was, they would put the logo on here. It's just a copy, a knockoff. Anyway, so from Midtech Knives, that's what I got for $40. Now, $40 is a bit expensive. I don't see myself doing that quite often. And if you go to their website, their lineup is not that extensive. And they also carry a lot of stilettos, and I'm not really a stiletto guy. So I don't think I'll be doing any of these again for those reasons, but they get points for the packaging. And then the knives from EDC American Gear. 2 mystery knives, $15 a piece. I figured why not. I've never heard of this brand before, Elk Ridge, but I like the logo. I'm assuming that's an elk and a ridge. When we open the box, we see kind of classic looking knife. It's got a low riding pocket clip. So that's nice. Not a whole lot of tension at all. Wow, it's not even touching the knife. This, yeah, I don't think that was done very well. And there's a flipper tab because this is open assisted. And here we see the Elk Ridge logo on this clip point knife with a bar stamped into it for some reason. A little bit of rust on the bolster there, and it's a little scratched up and dinged, but you know, what can you expect for $15? And you got, of course, the fake pearl scales. It is a liner lock, and it's got one of these slightly folded over pieces to assist you in closing the liner, and that's actually really nice. I'd like to see that more on knives. I don't know why more people don't do that. Usually they just give you a little bit of jimping, or sometimes they don't do anything at all, and it's actually kind of hard to catch it with your finger. But this fold over thing is actually quite nice. I like that. I'd like to see it more often. Just not in this knife. I mean, the centering, whew, it's actually colliding with that liner. I'd have to tighten the tension probably to fix that if it's fixable. I'm not going to bother trying because I kind of don't like this knife. It's not my style. It feels a little bit too cheap. I mean, it is cheap. It was 15 bucks, but at least they chamfered everything all around. Let's check out the MTech Ballistic series. Okay. Well, it's red. It's got stylized aluminum scales. There's a little bit of leftover aluminum right there that you get for free, so that's nice. It is open assisted, and the blade is also red. This kind of reminds me of the Red Guardian. And you get a bunch of holes that are big, small, different sized holes. That kind of bugs me. Same thing here. Actually, look, you could see the spring through the holes. That's pretty neat. So when I close the blade, you should be able to see the spring move. Yeah, there it goes. So that's kind of cool. You could use this as a demonstration to show that the spring resides in under the scale, and then when you open it, you can actually see it move. Didn't lock up. Yeah, I don't like this knife. It's just too cheap and kind of crappy for me. Besides, I don't think I could ever actually get it into my pocket, and here's why. The pocket clip, which is low ride, sits in this like milled out recess. You see that? So there's like very little of it that it could actually catch onto a fabric. I've tried putting this into my pocket. It can't be done. You have to like lift this up, which is hard to do. Ripping up your thumb. That's not what happened to this finger. That was just an acid burn. But anyway, yeah, who thought that was gonna fly? Like, nobody caught this in the design stage. Just poor design. And so, you know what? It's okay because I did get a little bit of that thrill that I used to get from BudK's mystery boxes, but it was a little bit expensive. $30 for these two, $40 for this one, and it's just not something that I could see myself doing regularly. And besides that, I actually like the non-knife tat that BudK included in their mystery packages, and I guess you don't really get that with these. Notice a theme with the color. Lots of red and black with these two. Kind of interesting. This one's just too different. So there we have it. My search will continue. Sorry, EDC American Gear and Midtech Knives. It was interesting. I'm glad I tried you out, but I must find something different. Or just freaking get Smoky Mountain Knife Works and be done with it.